welcome to this new video. In this new video, we are going to see the previous and the next 5 months from a given slicer. So if you go to the details, you're having a sales table, and in that sales table corresponding, we are having a slicer also. And suppose if you are selecting a month in a slicer, you have to get the previous 5 months sales as well as the next 5 months sales at the same time. So usually if you select a slicer, for example, if you select this July, you'll be getting only the sales report of the July month. But right now we need to get the previous 5 months and the next 5 months. So in this video, we are going to see how we are going to obtain that. So usually when you select, suppose if you are selecting August 1st, 2023, you're going to get the exact day sales or the exact month sale. And if you select here, if you go here, you can see August 2023, it is 15, and the same it is shown here. But we need to get 5 months before the consolidated, the aggregated sum of these 5 months and the sum of the next 5 months also. The first thing we need to do is, with this table, it is not possible to get, because if you go to the modeling, all the date and the price and the products, everything comes under the single table, or otherwise the date table will be related to the sales table. So but we need to create a date table that should not be related to this sales table. That should be an independent table. So because right now, if it is related or if it is the same table, whatever you do with the date, everything will get filtered with respect to the date. So you should not do that. No filtering should be done. So we need to create a separate table. You just need to, duplicate this date column in a new table. So we can do that through modeling, new table. We can create a table name. I will create it at slicer date equals to distinct, and we can give the sales date itself. So we will get a slicer for this. We can take this date out, and we will select the slicer date to this new slicer, and we will date from. So we didn't give the formatting for that. We will give it as this itself, only date. So the difference between these two slicers is, in this first slicer, if you select, the filtering is going to happen, and the second slicer, if you select, nothing is going to happen because it is not related to any of these three columns. So we need a slicer table like, we need a table to be independent table to be in the slicer. So we got the slicer and independent table, and now we are going to create two measures, one for the previous 5 months and for the next 5 months. So we'll create a measure, and here we will give it as previous 5 months equals to, we can create some variable selected date equals to selected value of, not this slicer, selected value of this slicer. So that means this date, not this date, this date. So slicer date. Now we need to get the start month equals to, we can create a date, year, selected date, and then month of selected date. Here the thing is, month of selected dates, we need to get the previous 5 months, isn't it? So that month including the previous 5 months. That means previous selected date minus 4. That is the start of the month, and the day will be 01. And we can give the return statement, and then so we can try the filter function, calculate sum of sales price, and we can give the filter here, filter. The filter table will be sales, and here we need to be careful because you need to filter this table. So you need to filter this table with respect to this table. So first we need to get the date. Sales is sales date greater than equal to start date, start month, and sales date less than or equal to selected date. So the date and the month, everything comes in between these two. In between the start month and the selected date, all the dates will come, and we will get the sum of that. We will try and see. We will select a slicer. We'll name it as previous sales, and we will select this measure to previous. Now it is blank because we have not selected anything. So suppose you are going to select this. You are selecting this slicer, the filter and the change of value will occur here only. But we are going to select here 1st May 2023. That means 1st May 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From January till May, you are going to sum up and you have to display it here. So that means 12, 26, 35, 47, 61. It should display almost 61, I think. So we will select here, and it is showing 71. I think it is 71 only. Yeah, 71 it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it is 71. So in the same way, we need to show the next 5 months also. Here, if you are selecting here also, these previous 5 months will be calculated and it will be shown here. But at the same time, when you select here, it should show this 5 months as well as the next 5 months. So we will create another measure. Before that, we will select a, so we will create a measure for that. So we will create it as next 5 months equals to, same way we will create a variable selected date equals to selected value of this table, that is slicer date. Now we need to take the next 5 months. That means variable of end date, end month, or end date you can give it as equals to date of year slicer. I mean that selected date and month of selected date plus 4. That means 4 months after the selected date, and then the day should be 0. And we will give the return statement, and then we will give the filter statement, calculate sum of sales price, and we need to filter the sales table, and we need to filter the sales date with respect to these two values. So we will give it as sales date greater than or equal to selected date. That means the first date. In between these two dates, we need to get it. So selected date and sales date less than or equal to till the end date, you need to get end date. So we can give it in this and see. So we will try the first example itself. 1st May 2023 we will give, and we got the first previous 5 months and the next 5 months. That means May, June, including this month, May, June, 3, 4, 5 till September, May till September. So 14, 31, 42, 43, 50, 58, 6, 71, 58, 73. So till September it is 73. So if you calculate it, it is coming correct. So this is how in a single click we will be getting the previous 5 months and the next 5 months. You can test and see. Hope it is a valuable video. Have a nice day.